Session 94. It's 4th of April 2021. Back after a day's rest. I was here 2 days ago, and 2 days before that I think I managed 3 trips in 5 days. It's 10 to 11. And I got in a little bit late today. I was up on the fell with a friend yesterday evening, looking at the wreckage of a plane crash from World War II. So I got a little bit more sleep and had a slightly later start. So yeah, I brought some scaffold down. I had some scaffold stashed in the entrance series. I think, yeah, I got that from... It's actually aluminium. I think that's the first aluminium pole I've brought down here. And I grabbed that from Howgate Nick. Some old scaffold I had there. I brought one-piece suit today as well. They're not particularly durable, robust. They rip really easily, but I'm just going to put it on in the work area because I'm trying to keep myself as warm as possible these days. I am going to invest in a decent oversuit pretty soon. Even if I have to bring it in and take it out, they're really good gloves. I highly recommend them. They've got a really good liner. But also, when you wash them and turn them inside out, the liner doesn't separate from the outer like some of the other makes. So, yeah, I'm going to crack on where I left off in Alicat. Uncertain about a definite plan. I'm just going to kind of get there and see. I didn't really make any definite decisions last time about what next. I think I'm just going to expand on that cage and just finish that off first. Yeah, I think one thing that I wasn't clear about last session, the reason that I'm building that cage again really is just I'm so worried about that whole area collapsing on me that I'm just going to try and make that work area as safe as possible, like a safe haven. So if there is any more rockfall, I'm hoping to build like a guard. So if all that hanging def comes down, I might stand a chance. So, but I don't want to limit my ability to work as well. So it's it's going to be a happy medium. Yeah, on the way down, I was just thinking, it's 4 years since the sessions began, since session 1, 2. I think Andrew Wilson and myself, which was Mossdale Session 1, pretty much exactly 4 years ago. I think it was the first week in April 2017, and we had a trip to the end of Marathon to look at a feature I'd spotted the previous year and I'd kind of wanted to just investigate. I kind of had a little hunch about it at the time. I only had that. We only had that one trip to it, but we dug it, and it was a low airspace canal disappearing off. And there's still a bag of mine with a pinch bar. I bought one of those really small pinch bars, crowbar, wrecking bar, whatever you want to call them. That day, a really lightweight one, and that's that's down there somewhere. If anybody's down there and needs a pinch bar, there's have a search around at the end of Far Marathon. So yeah, I've just taken my wellies off just to let my feet drain a little bit. So yeah, that's about it. 25 to 2, and I'm pooped. I've had another really, really productive session. So much done. But even though I'd love to work on, I haven't brought much food with me. I think I've got a malam and some ginger cake on surface, and that's it, and a bottle of water. And so I'm going to struggle on walk back. I know it. I'll probably start feeling tired on the return to surface. But I can't complain. I've had a proper good session. Really muddy. I'm glad I brought that suit. I've actually managed to stay warm a lot longer than usual with this one-piece suit, so I think that's going to be a trend. Even if they have to keep buying them and bringing them in, I can't do without. I can't turn around. So I've built myself a little bit of a shield. It's literally just peace of mind with all that hanging death up there. It's just, if one of them, I mean, this fills completely with water, and I'm just not willing to take my chance that floods won't slowly start to work away at it, you know. And with all my banging and braying, there's a good chance I'll bring it down. So, you know, it's just peace of mind if something does come down. A lot of that's some of that's temporary. I'm still undecided about whether or not I'm going to try and use this bedding, or see whether I can access this bedding a little bit further into there. So I'm going to dig away at this. I'm pretty safe here now, so I'm going to dig away into this. Yeah, so I'm going to dig away straight ahead and just see, because when the slope first collapsed after Little Shop of Horrors went, a hole appeared literally just where my light is, and I thought I'd imagined it. I literally wrote it off as my imagination, but I could see the passage continuing then. So I'm just going to see if there's anything there, but if not, I'm just going to continue similar to what I've done here and shore and protect myself from above and just go straight ahead. Sorry, my camera works shit. You don't get as big a frame with these iPhones, that's the only problem. They almost appear like they're zoomed in. No, it's not zoomed in. No. Oh yeah. There you look up there. See all that hanging death straight above. So yeah, I'm heading over there. So yeah, I'm glad I've got loads of space down there for all these rocks. And once again, I've forgotten. I had a shitload of stuff to say, so I think I'll just leave it at that. I've run out of scaffold. I've got some short bits and some joiners, but I've got some poles near the entrance, so I might just start bringing clips in dribs and drabs. And I mean, this banking's going to keep me busy for a trip. I managed to get the weight off this. I could have removed this if I wanted, but I've decided to keep it for the time being because there's some really big chuckies in there. That one straight ahead, huge. I got this down as well under those gloves. That big boy. That was part way up the slope. It was in there. Yeah. So yeah, with the extra, with it taking an hour to get in with that scaffold pole, I'm going to cut the video short today, so it's just going to be a really short one. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention as well, I'd like to let that banking settle as well, because it's been creaking. So yeah, after all my prodding today, give it a couple of days just to settle a bit. So I've done enough anyway, and I'm starting to get cold, and that's a no-no at my yeah, so I've just stopped in Boulder Hall on my way out, coming up to 5 hours underground. I think it was 20 to 10 when I got in. I thought I'd just show this collapse in Boulder Hall. I didn't realise the phone was inverted last time.
So yeah, there was a Boulder bridge over here and it collapsed about a year ago. I think it was a year ago, just over. It was during that winter, 1920. But yeah, the stream used to flow really clearly through here. I mean, it was just a free run for the water, and that's blocked up. So I think that's what's caused the water levels behind to rise and the swim to reappear. I'm thinking about bringing possibly a long bar in. But maybe a hoe. I don't know, maybe a hoe would do it, but there's a lot of loose above it. I won't really want to work down there, but anyway, I think in the last 5 days I've had nearly 14 hours down here, I think, over those 3 trips. So it's good going. Really good going. I guess it all just boils down to the weather, really. I think the weather's about to break, but if it doesn't, I'll probably try and get back the day after next. But I mean, maybe I'll have 2 days rest. I don't want to overdo it, but I do feel pretty fresh, really, overall. You just see the bags of telephone wire over there. That time I get those out. And I'm going to eat my mawam before I go out as well. Yeah, I've just got out. Well, it was just before 3:25. I've been pissing around with camera. I'm a little bit later than I should have been. But I'm glad I stopped at Boulder Hall, because I remembered I'd left... I've been doing this Voices of Broadway thing, and I left the camera running just downstream of Broadway, so I had to shoot back to get that. So, but it's pretty wild up here. It felt like it was raining when I got to the surface, but it certainly wasn't forecast. But anyway... Hey, ominous weather. Tell you what, I'm glad to be out.